Get that linky link. No. Apparently I put a whale in the chat. I don't remember doing that. I'm like, I hope you all enjoyed that whale, and they're like, but you didn't do anything, and then I leave.
You used me for whale stickers? That wasn't nice.
I'm gonna put Zuyaya on the table. Everything's a mess anyway, so Zuyaya might as well just stand on a table.
Oh no! Our table! It's broken!
Zuyaya's like, I weigh 58 pounds. I don't think anything will break under my weight. Apparently,
she says that as she fire fours it.
Oh well, that will definitely break a table. So Tataru's usual table, you still can't get yourself on it. You're like blocked off from it. You can't get on top. You also can't jump on the bar.
And Elaine said to reel, and then Ilbert fucking jumped off. Right off the balcony.
I think we're missing a couple of plots.
And then he threw Raubon in there, just like that. People heard him say...
Real's like, what fan fiction are you reading right now?
Just like this one. She's like, this one has squonk in it.
Oh no. We're not supposed to talk about that. It's supposed to be a secret.
Lane's like, I read fan fiction. I want you all to read it.
She's like, I made this one. About a hot pirate guy with an eye patch.
Real's like, oh, what? Alvin was like, what? Oh, of hot pirate lady from Limsa?
Yes, it's hot pirate lady from Limsa.
Forgot her name. It's Rashman? Raggy.
What is it, Rosalind?
Something like that.
It's the delinquent girl pirates, which everybody wants that. I'm looking up Rosalind.
Oh, good.
trying to think. Am I on the right track? She's involved in her defense in medieval espionage quests. Oh. That's in the ninja quest line. With Miss Princess Lady?
Oh yeah, I remember.
Whatever did happen to her?
The princess?
Yeah.
She's fine.
She's just hanging out. she's just hanging out and, you know, Namai or something.
Namai?
Namai. Alright, do we have...
Spies and ninjas go together, we do. Yep, that is true, Kate.
Yep.
Alright. So, last time we saved Ul'dah, question mark. I don't know.
Even Zuyai is sitting over here like, I don't know how you saved that. Like...
and you just get like the 14 fanfare.
Zuyai's like, you gotta understand about Uldalans. I don't know if they even want to be saved.
I guess back on the right track, question mark? I don't know.
I mean, at least we don't have a dead Sultana anymore. I mean, I guess that's a step in the right direction.
True. That, and I guess we're allowed back into Ul'dah.
Fortunately, Lolorito gets to get off of this scot-free.
Of course.
Well, we should probably do something about Ishgard being under attack by dragons. I want everybody to be aware that Ishgard is still about to be attacked by dragons.
I mean,
It's,
doesn't sound too bad.
The alarm bells have still been ringing for like a week straight, and we've just kind of been sitting around here like, maybe we should drink some of that wine that, you know, spilled onto the floor. It's
Maybe
still
we're not saving Ishgard, we're just saving the astrologians that keep ringing that bell.
Astrologians are like, I just like ringing the bell.
Alright, ready to fly. Alfino has matters to attend to at the Rising Stones. Does he now?
I must speak of future plans with the remaining Braves. Any information we uncover on the missing Scions will need to be shared with our allies across the realm. Specifically, Urianger and the, Spirit Halloween Waking Sands, and Tataru and Ishgard. While we are organizing our various channels of communication, I would ask that you call upon Master Garland at the manufactory. I think he's been there for a while now. This should be enough time, right? I will join you in Ishgard as soon as I'm able. I gotta finish my thank you cards to everyone. He's like, I was kind of an ass, thanks for staying, love Alfino. We get back here and it's just a bunch of dragons just setting everything on fire, people screaming and running away, and we're like, oh.
One burps up Estinian's lance.
I don't think Estinian would go that easily. Also, the Dragoon armor is specifically designed so that the dragons can't really, swallow them whole. There's a reason why they're so spiky. It's not to drive everyone away and have them not touch them. It's
well, maybe for the spiked butt.
Spiked Butt is very proud of how spiky he is, specifically in a certain area. I'll let you guess. But he looked at that armor and he was like, I'm gonna make it work. And he is an officially licensed Dragoon of Ishgard. It means he went through all of the special training. And he chooses to spend his time to be out in Western Coerthas challenging random-ass people he doesn't even know to battle his butt.
Challenge the bootay.
It's like, do you dare come forward? I would like to speak with you, Stefan, but I don't know. New Game Plus.
There is a man behind you with a poofy hat.
I believe that is a bard trying to become a machinist because I have walked that path before with many characters where I'm like, I want to be a machinist, but I can't do it at the beginning of the game. I bet Stefanovin's like, another bard. I'm sure you want to trade in your bow for this Glock.
Let's see. What does Wedge have to say?
Oh, I clicked on Biggs.
Oh.
So sleepy. Well, what? I'm awake. I'm awake.
We've been working on a second vessel while we perfected the prototype. Don't worry, they'll both be able to handle the winds you're expecting. Literally, Lars and Zia go in there and they try to get to the area and they're like, it's like that Twitch stream with Doja Cat where she's like, Lana Del Rey. Lana does Del Rey and then blows up.
I like that the reason why they've been taking so long is they didn't just make one of these. They're making two, and possibly a lot more than that. Okay, Sid.
Okay, Sid, you gray-haired beautiful man.
So yeah, Larks. I thought Ishgard was gonna be attacked before you come back. That was a while, but you know, we were working on stuff. Well, how in the seven hells do you do it? I was just about to send for you. We have but this moment completed the Mana Cutter's first successful test fight. The first one fell off the edge next to the dead dragon body. A few minor adjustments and she'll be ready to go. While we see to the finishing touches, you might want to pay a visit to Fort Tom's Manor. A Dragoon by the name of Vestinian was looking for you. He was kind of pissed off. He said something about you left me for character development.
So he got tired of waiting.
He got tired of waiting. He was just looking at... I want to know if he, like, looked at Nidhogg's lair and just, like, had a staring contest. He was wanting to see how long he could look at it without
And then
blinking.
he was like, damn it, I'm fine, I'm going back to Ishgard.
He's just like, I've been here for a week.
Come, you want to go inside?
See, when first I talked to Sid and Sid's like, you need to head over to Fort Tom's Manor, I totally expected they're like, Hashafat has been like, asking for, he hasn't seen you in like days, he has no idea where you went. We come in here and he's just standing there, menacing.
Hey buddy, how you doing?
What's up, Vestinian?
You have fulfilled your obligations to the Uldans, then. Mr. Sataru has been keeping me apprised of the situation. Once I learned that these... what do you call it? Nanny cutters? of Master Garland's were nearing completion, I saw no reason to tarry in the mist. It's not because I lost my staring contest or anything.
That's because I was bored. Weren't you supposed to be making sure that Nidhogg didn't preemptively leave?
You're like, Yazel's on it. Meanwhile, in the Charting Mist, you're just like, I am so fucking horny.
She's eating ice cream with the Moogles, and the Moogles are like giving her they're giving her the pep talk. They're like, it's okay. There's so many dragons out there, and she's just like, I'm gonna need more Neapolitan ice cream.
Like, you want another Kupo nut? She's like, yes. I would like another Kupo nut. For the present, Nidhogg seems content to remain the Eyrie, plotting his revenge, unblinkingly, I might add.
He does not blink. Might be because he's missing an eye. You
know, these are facts. Maybe he was also staring at the eye in his pocket, just staring at it.
He took out the eyeball and he had a staring contest.
Like staring at it.
He's just like,
And it's like one of those Hildebrand scenes of him staring at it. Yo!
Yo! That's it. You know what? It's canon now. That's what he did when we left him. He took out that eyeball and had a staring contest with the eyeball.
Oh my god. Might not this be an apt moment to unfold our plans to Sir Aymeric? I think we have kept him in the dark long enough, just like the rest of his life.
I think that was your plan, Estinian. You were the one who said you didn't want Aymeric involved. You didn't... You were like, if I get thrown in jail for treason, I don't want him coming with me.
He's like, but I miss him.
You always do, Estinian.
Oh, forgotten. I can't remember.
It's by the bar. That's where Aymeric works. It's by the bar. Aymeric always sees their raves. He always sees the jello shots they're giving out. But he can only watch from his window.
He's like that meme of SpongeBob and Patrick playing outside, and then Aymeric is Squidward looking through the window. It's like Hilda and everyone in the broom, meanwhile Aymeric.
Oh, we get to take the elevator.
One of many.
Sir Aymeric has been eager to speak with you. Pray proceed.
Enjoy the elevator music.
Aymeric like, I heard both the Stinian and the Warrior of Light are back in town. I need to wear my best blue.
I haven't moved from this chair.
Not even a shower.
All stands ready, Lord Commander.
Oh, we got our budget back.
The moment has come then.
Pray excuse my ladies. I paid a brief visit to the workshop to inquire about the Mana Cutters. The engineers assure me that they're ready.
The area is now but a short flight away. Yet what a long and winding path we took to reach this point. Were it not for Master Alphino's proposal, we never would have attempted to parley with the dragons. Though our negotiations yielded little, our expedition with Lady Isar taught us much.
You took an unimaginable risk. I could scarce believe the tale Estinian told.
Aye. 'Tis true that many of our countrymen would sooner die than join hands with the heretic's mistress. But 'twas through that most unlikely of alliances that we came to speak with Hraesvelgr.
A conversation that went rather poorly, as I recall.
In this instance, the journey was more important than the destination. Had we not slain Nidhogg's consort, Tiaman, and put the Great Worm on his guard, the Dravanians would have arrived at Ishgard's walls long ago.
Aye, that they would. Full grateful am I for every hour of respite your actions have afforded us. Thanks to you, our defenses are much improved. 'Tis but a pity they won't be enough.
Thus you believe an assault upon the area represents the city's best chance of survival. Is that not so, Estinian?
Oh, time to show
I
it
am
off.
under no illusions. Nidhogg's might is legendary. But with his eye in my possession, I can stifle his strength at the source. Victory will be hard won, even so. And I shall be glad indeed to have the Warrior of Light at my side.
You shall have my blade as well. There are more of these mana cutters to be had, yes?
Lord Commander, no.
Lucius is only, like, restraint.
How can I, a proud knight of Ishgard, stand by and do naught while an outsider risks life and limb for our homeland? I swore an oath to protect this city.
Lucius like, Averick, no, and Averic's like, Averick, yes!
Estinian's like, Aymeric, maybe?
Pray leave the slaying of dragons to dragoons, Sir Knight. Your duty to command the city's defense is no less vital. Should we fail, and Nidhogg slip through our grasp, who then will hold the walls against him? Will you leave Ishgard in the hands of the Holy Sea's zealots?
There are others.
Who but you has the authority and the standing to orchestrate a city-wide defense? I do not, and neither does the Warrior of Light. That is why it is our place to fight, and yours to remain here, Lord Commander. What? You too, Master Alphino? By the Fury. You have shown some promise, but this adversary is far beyond your skills.
Your candor
He's
is
just...
appreciated,
It's
Sir.
the Alphino wants to protest, but look at how tiny he is compared to Estinian.
Well, my friend, it would seem I have discouraged the last of the volunteers, and claimed the task as ours alone. But if any alive can best this worm, 'tis surely we too.
I like how Lark just like squirmed his eyes and he's like, fine.
See, Zia wearing her big giant hat, it just kind of got obscured a little bit, and it was great. It was like she was trying to hide her expressions. It's like, sure. I love that scene because Aymerick's just like, I want to go too, and it seems like no, and Alphino's like, I want to go, and he's like, no.
I don't want any of you.
He's like, Alphino, go drink a juice box. Aymerick, come on, you're an adult here. He's right though. Everything Estinian said was right. This is the way it has to go.
I have pricked Master Alphino's pride, I fear. But had it been less forceful, the boy would have insisted on accompanying us to the Eyrie. Do not think me blind to his talent. With a few more campaigns under his belt, I have no doubt that Alphino will make a fine field commander. But one does not practice on an adversary such as Nidhogg. We shall be hard-pressed enough with the added worry of carrying a nose. Can you get your dragon out of my face?
He's just like... He has no idea that's Midgard Sliver himself right there. He's just like, get your little bat out of here. Like, what? This entire time, Estinian's been traveling with the father of all dragons. He's just like, what the fuck is this thing?
Into the Eyrie. Estinian is eager to set forth for the Eyrie.
What Estinian's not saying, though, in that entire conversation, is that Estinian took his two most favorite people and he put them somewhere safe.
Yeah.
But you won't hear him say anything about that.
We have tarried long enough. Let us call upon Master Garland and take possession of the Mana Cutters.
Alright.
Sure.
I just realized I don't have my music up. I was like, where's the quest music? The da-na-na-na-na. No, it's...
But, oh wait, no, that's...
That's the next game.
Do 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 do, something like that.
Yeah. I didn't hear. Apparently, if you turn off the BGM, you also turn off the quest giving music. I like that Amber's like, there's more of these monocutters, right? I want to come, but it's like, there's only 2. Like, what did you expect? You're gonna ride the back seat with the Stydian or something? Oh, they already took them out. They're like,
yeah.
Stefanovin's like, they're outside.
Let's see, Stydian. Just the moment is at hand, Warriors of Light. I'm tired of the staring contest. Weege.
Oh, I guarantee you won't find any loose rivets. We've triple checked.
Says the guy that was falling asleep.
It means he was thorough.
These little beauties are our pride and joy, and now they're yours. So, yeah, be careful with them.
You realize we're dragging them straight into the nastiest dragon lair you've ever imagined, right? They're not gonna come out with the paint on.
Alright, Sid.
So yeah, Larks, my old friends. The cutters are ready whenever you are. The finer adjustments cost us a few sleepless nights, but we got there in the end.
Which means you can get where you need to go. I tell you, these little beauties will tear through that wind barrier like a serpent drill.
Serpent drill?
Serpent drill through cottage cheese. Ew.
Do we I guess that solidifies we have cottage cheese in this world.
Ugh, I wish we didn't.
I said, wait a minute, you Eorzeans have cottage cheese? I need to get in on this.
It's from yaks.
Oh. We have cows where I'm from, and everybody's like, what the hell is a
They're
cow?
Like, it's the end times. The end times are upon us.
He's like, never mind, it's the Garland thing. And that, my friends, is Garland Ironworks guarantee.
You have our thanks. Come, you two. The Dreadworm awaits.
So I imagine that, like, Estinian gets in one, and then Lark's probably in the front while Zuyaya squeezes into the back.
I feel like it'll be like those motorcycles that has the one on the side.
She has a side cart.
She's got the side cart with a little helmet.
She's in the side cart. Oh, I like that it had to cut away to a menacing view of Nidhogg's lair. Like,
It's just turned down for what?
he's having a rave party in there. Okay.
The Airy, sensing the death of his consort, a wary Nidhogg has surrounded his lair with a wall of tempestuous winds. After calling upon the assistance of Sid and his ingenious engineers, however, you and Estinian are now ready to breach this howling barrier on the wings of their latest airship project, the Mana Cutter. Join the Azure Dragoon on this, the greatest of worm hunts, and mount a direct assault upon the Airy. Only with the death of Nidhogg can you ensure the preservation of Ishgard and bring an end to the Dragonsong War. And you're watching Disney Channel.
I like that it's like, you're definitely bringing it into the war at level 55 in the middle of the game. Almost like there might be more bad guys.
Either that or Heavensward was just very, very short.
Yeah, as I recall, the credits just start rolling, and we just... The rest of the game is Stormblood Part 0. And then Stormblood happens. That's actually Stormblood Part 1. But yeah, Heavensward is just, you know, one half of the game, and then Stormblood just happens. I like that, like, everybody's just kind of waiting around. We're like at a gas station fuel up place. I think they shoved it back here. They're like, yeah, this'll work. You know, did Sid just show up in his new outfit without any fanfare? He's just like, hello, I have a new shirt.
Yeah, I literally think like when we saw him in the Sea of Clouds, he was already wearing it.
I mean, he was already smart. He came to Ishgard with warmer clothes.
Something
Meanwhile,
that Alfino will
Alfino
never
just...
understand.
Alfino's like, wow, my summer clothes really don't work here. And it's like, stop wearing them. Tataru had to be like, boy, I'm sewing you up a new shirt. I guess he got a robe. It was like a tunic. It's a tunic and thigh-high boots. Oh yes, yes. We defeat Nidhogg, and it's just Love Nikki, the mobile game.
It's just Love Nikki.
Yeah. See, if we did have a Stardew Valley restoration game, that's just going to be in the next game where with Island Sanctuary. We're just getting... We like boot up the Sanctuary and it just transport us into Concerned Apes Stardew Valley.
now I understand why it's called Zuzu City.
Zuzu City, yeah.
Named after the great Lalafell Zuya.
Zaya usurped it. I can't wait for Haunted Chocolatier. I know it's gonna be probably a few more years, but I'm like, I want Haunted Chocolatier like now.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, I'll just play more Stardew Valley. Because I still haven't done my 100% completion run. I'm almost there. I can't get all the golden coconuts. There's something...
Did I ever mention I downloaded the new 3D game and the first thing it says is Muriel and has been destroyed?
That's almost this game. Like, you boot up this game and they're like, congrats, everything ended 5 years ago. What we need to do is put Estinian in Love Nikki and dress him up in wonderful little outfits. And he'll just be, you know, there to destroy Nidhogg again.
Destroy Nidhogg with a rhythm game.
He's very dedicated to his training, so if he needed to become like a K-pop person to defeat Nidhogg, I bet he would.
I go by the name of Estinian of 21.
He starts off as a backup dancer and then eventually becomes just an idol. Do they call idols in Korea?
Yeah, K-idols.
K-idols. Need to be more educated on the K-pop. I'm more of an outsider that looks in and I go, that looks nice. I hope you guys are having fun. And then I kind of forget about it for a while. I'm just like, how's CL doing? She good? Okay. I have a hard time remembering many other people.
It's mostly because I've probably thrown it down your throat over the years.
Well, it's like, you can't go anywhere without hearing about BTS or Blackpink right now.
Oh, I can't even listen to
There's
them
merch
anymore.
everywhere. I was help selling that at a Target when I worked there. Every time I'd get a new box of Blackpink stuff, I'd just be like, I don't... I think I only know that one song that's just Blackpink. I think. That's all I thought of when I...
Bombaya. Face off against Nidhogg, but first you need to craft the legendary relic, Nidhogg's Eyeball.
This is the crossover that the next Final Fantasy raid should do after Pandemonium. They should do Love Nikki crossover. If Call of Duty is getting a crossover with Attack on Titan, why not? Why can't we just do anything we ever wanted? Is there a bird at the window? I think all the birds have left. Birds don't want to be here. It's too cold and rainy.
I actually know what I need to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it.
Lately, I have barely energy at all.
I feel
Been drawing comics.
I don't know if I have the technical skill to pull it off. Where's all the warriors of lights that want to go to war?
Well, it's Thursday. Oh.
Literally every time!
It went from having nobody else in the queue to just this. Well,
literally
thank you.
every time I kind of mention that we are not getting people, the game's like, oh, I'm sorry. Oh crap, I didn't have my cutscene on.
Well, I do. We are journeying forth with our mana cutters. And Estinian sees Nidhogg, and then we're shot down by a fireball.
Crap. Sorry about that, guys.
We made a crash landing onto the Aerie, is what happened.
I now have cutscenes on. Whoops.
The reason why Estinian's not with us is because he crashed on another part of the island. How very convenient.
Yeah.
They didn't have trust systems yet, so they were like, Estinian's over here. And now, because we have a hiccup in our plans, we have to fight through these dragons to meet up with Estinian wherever he crashed. I like that I have Enochian at this level, but I don't have Fire Forward or this. Still one of my favorite dungeon themes. I believe this song is called Roar of the Worm. It is available on Spotify.
Do you see they put the other ones on Spotify now? The primal ones?
Primal as in the band?
Yeah, if you look on Spotify now, I think under Token's name, it has the, oh, what are they called? One of the albums has the picture of Estinian.
Oh, is it Duality? I thought they had Duality
the Duality one, they put all three on. One from, from Rellerborn.
Duality I know's been on there for a while.
Has it?
Yeah.
So they announced it, that they put them all three of them on Spotify.
I don't know. Maybe it's the other ones. Not quite sure. But I know,
they have the
Elidibus,
they have the Elidibus cover one. They have the Estinian one, and then the one that has Omega M and Omega F on the cover. They have those albums.
You know, I don't think I've listened to the most recent one with the Elidibus.
I think that one was actually Realm Reborn.
I don't know, I'll have to take a look at them.
Yeah, I think they're just like band cover versions of some of the songs in the game.
I want to know if they have the other version of Oblivion. The soft version.
Yeah. That one's on there now.
Go to the statue! I don't remember the lore on Mr. Thunderworm. Randoa.
He was Nidhogg's side piece.
the gay side piece.
Oh my god, no!
Ooh, uh-oh. Okay. Ooh, that knocked me back really far. Somehow I still made it into the circle. There's one of these bosses up here, trying to remember, where fans were discussing how the heck Nidhogg got one of his generals up here. Or maybe it was out in the overworld in the mist. There's a big, hefty dragon that doesn't have wings. And they're like, did Nidhogg just carry him up in his little claws? Or was he just like born up here and then never left?
Huh, that's a good question.
I'm not sure if it's in this dungeon or out in the old world. He could be like a B rank or an A rank or something like that. I just remember that tidbit of information in my head. I only remember funny things. or really, really sad, cool things. It's just one or the other. I know the B rank out in the mist is the one where somebody's father put a hit out on this dragon because the dragon was like hot for his son or something like that. And he was angry, but I'm not sure if his son was into it. Like he was like, ha, I'm gonna go sneak off with this dragon. Every once in a while,
that's my boy.
Every once in a while you'll come across, well no, Tank, we love you. Every once in a while you'll get tidbits of information about how horny Ishgars are for dragons, and you're just looking at it. Either that or you find a story about a yak with drunk Ishgars.
The yak is pivotal to the story, though.
Yeah, that yak is an Ishgard hero. You don't understand. That yak saved lives. And in true Ishgard fashion, these knights were like, we're gonna take this yak and we're gonna go party with it. We're gonna go get drunk on ale and feed the yak ale.
You know, normal things.
You know. So we've just been killing baby dragonettes, you know, we're totally the hero of the story.
Oh, the stars are really pretty up here.
That's what you have to say as we're about to face this guy. I think it was this guy. Yeah, it's like, how did he get up here? He was probably born up here.
He probably attuned to the ether, right?
You know what? That's right. You always gotta attune to the ether, right? Right as I put down ley lines. You see this? You see this? Right in my ley lines! I can't use that anymore!
It's like the game knows when a black mage uses ley lines.
It was literally just 2.2 seconds after I put it down. I just want to be useful. I just want to be useful here.
Oh yeah, the good old mustard gas.
The one that everybody killed too early. I guess it doesn't matter if we kill it early now. We're like melting this guy. Back in the day, you gotta let. I think you had to let him eat 2 of the gases, and then
like
you
that.
killed him. You didn't want too many of the floating farts out in the world, but you also didn't want him, the little mustard gas, to eat too many, or else he'd explode and wipe the party. But nowadays, I'm not sure how much it matters if he even eats them all, or even one. I have a hard time knowing if I have Enochian on or not.
You know, won't have to be a problem.
Like, usually I know if my time ticker is going down, or if I can cast Fire 4 or Blizzard 4 or not, and at this level though, it's like, I don't know. How did I play this game back in the day? This was the game in which Enochian was released for Black Mage, and everybody was like staring at it like, what is this?
What does it do here?
It hasn't really much changed. Finally gonna get a change in Endwalker. I remember my opener was Sharpcast Fire 1. It was absolutely a bizarre concept to start with Blizzard, and now that's totally how you start your rotation.
Ugh, we're making a mess of things in here.
Oh, this is the thing I always think says it's a nerd Sorgar.
Nerd.
He's a nerd. Hey, it's that rogue.
Oh, everything's just falling apart. It's almost like it's
Nidhogg.
foreshadowing.
Take care of your lair, please.
Like, that's gonna land on something.
Yeah. I wonder if that's just Nidhogg and Estinian fighting below, or just like causing things to collapse.
You know, I didn't think about that before, but yeah, that could actually be true.
I don't know. Estinian would have to be on the ground, and I don't think there's anything below us.
Estinian's never on the ground.
He activated his flying powers.
His
He's
Mickey.
He's just constantly Dragoon jumping to the point where he's just flying. No, I think he did just land over here, and we've just been fighting our way to the last place we saw him.
They melted.
Yeah, those ones are always easy to take down. It's the Avises, I think. There he is!
He big!
So big and beefy.
I will enfeeble the worm with the eye. You must strike while he is weak.
You're looking a bit beat up there, Estinian. Maybe they really did fight below us.
Yeah, he does look like he does have a lot of rubble on him.
He lost one of his horns.
Oh, he did.
He's only got one horn Estinian. I think this was one of the first dungeons where we had like an NPC just here. This was like the closest we could get to like a trust.
Yeah.
But he doesn't move. He has to use the eyeball. I mean, you know the eyeball's supposed to keep him at bay, but it's just kind of like the power of Christ compels you with an eyeball. It's like, it's Nidhogg's own eyeball. Why would it repel him?
One horn counts against his style points.
But now he's rocking the asymmetry look.
Yeah, if Estinian also loses all his health during the fight, then it counts as a fail.
Yeah, you have to protect Estinian, which had become a problem in earlier days, and sometimes if you're very unlucky, you could still encounter that problem. But it was important to keep him alive, and not too many people back in the day were like... There's not too many places in the game where you have to keep an NPC alive, or else you fail, and you have to start over again. But, I mean, story-wise it makes sense. It's like, Estinian needs to survive. He's the only thing that's protecting you right now.
If this mortal found would use mine own eye against me?
He's like, that's my own eye. Why do you think I...
So that's my fury. Oh yeah, the balls.
You had to make sure not to aim those balls at Estinian.
No matter how hard you wanted to.
Yeah. Cause the healers can kinda... Okay, the healer's got the stable price on. Oh no. Oh, we lost our healer. Alright, we'll just probably wipe it. I really what had happened, the tank turned Nidhogg towards the healer and cleaved. But it's okay.
All good.
Oh no, I forgot the worst part about wiping here is having to run all the way back up the ruins.
Yo.
If only I was a bard, then I'd be able to do Pelton.
If only I was a scholar in Endwalker.
If only Endwalker was here and I was a scholar. You know what I noticed? There's a shard of Dalamud in here.
Yeah, I noticed that. Well, no, not. I don't know if that's Dalamud, but just a piece of Allagan.
It is a piece of Allagan technology, but I thought it might be Dalamud, because it was made by the Allagans, but I don't know if they've ever explained that. Did Nidhogg just take it as like a memento of his dead brother? He has a lot of dead siblings now. I like that Estinian's repeating, he's just like, remember not to die this time. I think the canon is that when we die, Hydaelyn reverses back time, like, wait a minute, that isn't right, and then, like, it's like retelling the story over again. So we literally just, like, go back in time to before we died.
And she'd be rewinding a lot in Savage.
Yeah, Hydaelyn's like, warrior of light, I can't keep doing this. Right in front of my fucking eyeball. Okay, this time we don't have to worry about our healer. My DPS is enough.
Ooh, that was a little scary.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like, I got you, it's okay. You didn't die, you're fine. Fortunately, I think our scholar only knows physics. And we're having a rough time. But we're alive.
See what? That's Justinian's vitality, 68 out of 100. Oh boy. And he also
We're
has
pretty
a,
good.
He also has a
I
bone
see.
up on him.
As long as we kill these fast. I'm not sure. I think the bone up is just permanent on him.
Oh, is it permanent?
He is kind of beaten up, so...
And they do aggro Justinian really easily. It's not going to be super difficult to grab aggro
It's
off.
both, I think his eyeball just makes them attack him. So you have to...
39
you just have to kill him.
vitality. Oh, there we go.
Oh.
He's healing them.
Yeah, that one is unavoidable. LA is always going to do that. I think we just got one more. Alright, Justine, do your thing, do your thing. Oh, get in here!
Just done. I am prepared.
This is why you need Justinian alive. That's just an instant kill. Alright, now I think Justinian can go and you're fine. Woo!
And then he flew away.
That's the end of Heavensward. We're done.
Hooray!
Alright. Got loot
Buddy?
now.
Be on your guard. He is yet close.
He knows he's still here. Alright. I'm gonna eat my dinner real quick, so I'm gonna mute myself.
Thou would use mine own eye against me. Time hath done not to dilute thy kind's depravity. I have not forgotten thee, Dragoon. Mine ensigns claimed thee once, and shall do so again. Oh. I wonder if that's what happened in the Dragoon quest.
I don't know.
No, Worm! This ends here!
This is where Dragoon Warrior Blight's like, surely it's not gonna happen again.
Oh, damn. Right into the brain. Lark's face is like, ooh! Oh, shit.
Now he's red.
Oh. Oh. And then he blew up into smoke.
You gifted my people 1,000 years of suffering. Now I gift you an eternity in darkness.
Are the shrooms kicking in?
I didn't feel happy about that.
Warrior of Light just looks around. They don't look victorious or anything. Warrior of Light's like,
Like, I don't like what we just did.
this shit again. They're starting to turn into Keanu Reeves. Not Keanu. Was it Keanu Reeves smoking?
Ooh, the purple gem. Take that, dragon.
What's this? Plot progression?
Ooh. Oh, hello.
They are ours, Lord Haldrath. The eyes of Nidhogg.
Aye. The worm lies broken and my father is avenged. With the wellspring of his vitality thus denied him, Nidhogg shall not linger long in this world. But behold the terrible price we have paid. My sire is dead. So many brother knights slain. We traded our honor for the strength which now courses in our veins. And still we are forced to make such sacrifice.
But not in vain, my lord. Hraesvelgr is the only great worm left in Dravania, and he dares not leave his lair. With Nidhogg's eyes in your possession, who now can challenge the might of Ishgard, ascend the throne, and take your rightful place as the ruler of our people?
Nay, my friend. I must forsake the mantle of king. Though Nidhogg be defeated, his wormling horde yet darkens the skies with wings beyond counting. As one who partook of Ratatoska's strength, it shall be my penance to bear a knight's arms until death grants me leave to retire. When that day comes, no prince shall perish, but a hell's-bound hunter of dragons.
But Lord Haldrath, what then shall become of the royal line?
Think of your people, my lord. Without a king, who will the common man turn to in his hour of need? How will he find his way without your benevolent hand to guide him?
I thank you, Sir Flavian and Sir Silvertrill, for dispelling my remaining doubts. With men of such wisdom and compassion in service to the realm, 'tis plain that Ishgard has no need of a king. But if you must bow to the demands of tradition, you need look no further than yourselves for one worthy to wear the crown. Fare thee well, my brother knights, my loyal friends. On these shoulders shall I bear the weight of my father's sins. With this lance shall I repay the debt accrued through our misdeeds.
What cruel jest has fate played upon us? Have we seized this desperate victory, only to lose a king?
We can but act as our lord has bid. We few who remain must divide between us the rulership of Ishgard and her people.
Not I. My oath was to Lord Haldrath, and he alone. If he is not to be king, then I would hang up my shield as well.
Will you abandon us too, sir?
I would wash my hands of blood and betrayal, and take up an honest trade. Mayhap I shall serve ale instead of sharpened steel.
We four, then.
Forton, Heilenart, Dyrendare, and Zemail. But 4 houses to rule all of Ishgard.
And what of the throne?
We keep it empty. Until the day a king rises once more. We must assume the role of stewards. We shall shape our nation anew with a history of our own making, and let the truth of this dark day die here, upon the battlefield.
The truth! The fucking truth!
I like that the Fortom and Helenar
What ails
are
you,
just
friend?
literally just
Are you wounded?
Haurchefant and what's his face? We saved him from Witch Drop. Francel.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, what the fuck just happened? We're gonna have a party and you just kind of passed
Borne
out.
witness to history, to the culmination of the first battle with Nidhogg. The legend of Ishgard's founding tells that our ancestors were led to the land of Kurthus by the valiant King Thordan. In the midst of their journey, they came to a wide chasm, where they were set upon by a great worm, Nidhogg. A furious battle then ensued, with Thordan leading the van. Though the brave king was slain defending his people, his son, Haldrath, the first Azure Dragoon, fought on undaunted. And with a mighty thrust of his lance, he gouged out Nidhogg's eye, forcing the wicked creature into retreat. Thus, did this eldritch orb become a sacred treasure of Ishgard, lending its power to every knight deemed worthy to bear the title of Azure Dragoon. A rousing tale, is it not? Would that I could still believe it. But your vision, which we must accept as immutable truth, leaves no room for doubt, save on one point. If Haldrath took both of Nidhogg's eyes, then how came this eye to be lodged in the worm's skull? Beneath every answer we unearth, another question lies buried.
Where your light put that?
What's in their butt pocket?
'Twas a fierce battle, but one I knew we would win. Your fame is well deserved, warrior of light. Full proud am I to have fought at your side. I would fain return with all swiftness to Ishgard to inform the Lord Commander of our triumph. But we must first have words with Heavensward. There are parts of this tale that the worm has kept from us, and I would know wherefore.
Because, you know, Heavensward always loves talking to us.
Yeah. But Estinian's caught on to something. Those eyeballs are different colors. He knows how to look at colors, at least.
Though Nidhogg is fallen, my heart is yet heavy. And the stain of corruption pleases me not. When all has been put to rest, I must needs forge my armor anew.
Should probably just do that right now, it's kind of grimy.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's like, please, for the love of God, Estinian, you're covered in blood. Like, they don't explain this well, but the blood is literally infused into his armor. It's not like it's covered in it, it's like the armor absorbed it. I don't know why. Square never explains this. They never explain why this happened, but we're just gonna say magic.
It just makes me wonder if, like, dragon's blood is, like, super toxic or corrupted.
I mean, Nidhogg is one of the first brood, too. His blood is probably super magical.
It makes me wonder, though.
I know, like, he says he has to forge his armor anew, meaning, like, this has to get tossed completely. I mean, it is missing a horn, and that's not very fashionable. So... But it's just kind of like, everybody's like, Estinian, please, just put some other armor on.
Nidhogg's paint job and refurbishing shop.
Mm-hmm. Now he's a red dragoon.
Estinia would know the origin of Nidhogg's mysterious eye. What, he could have a third eye.
I know, I mean, maybe it's a contact lens. But yeah, everybody was thinking, you know, because there's two, if Warrior of Light's an Azure Dragoon, they're like, there's two Azure Dragoons, and they're like, guys, there's two eyeballs. But then there's a third.
Also, I'm glad Midgardsormr doesn't say anything about his son's death.
No, Midgardsormr's just sitting here like, well, we've lived here for millennia.
Gotta die somehow. With Nidhogg fallen, none save Heavensward remains to answer our questions. Let us trouble the worm again. And if Iceheart yet lingers at Zenith, all the better. I would have her hear the truth from the dragon's maw.
I like that she's probably been crying at Zenith for a whole week.
He's like, I want to break her mind even more.
Oh, now we can just take out our mana cutters. Let me see. Oh, I don't know where I put mine. I don't know. I'm just driving our new little thing. But yeah, that whole cutscene. So, if you're paying attention, all the people who were speaking there, at least the named people, there was Haldrith, who went to go roam on becoming a dragon slayer for the rest of his life. And then the other ones were Fortom, Zemael, Durandare, and Halinar. And they became the founding fathers of Ishgard. And I like the character models used for Fortom's literally just Hashafon's face, but they made his hair dark. And then there's Francel. And then Durandare's looks a little bit like, what's his face who's out in Limsa?
Carvalin.
Yeah, Carvalin. But all Durandare, you know when you're looking at a Durandare when they have red hair and dark skin. They all have red hair and dark skin. I don't know who the hell for Zamail. Zamail's just Zamail. Nobody likes Zamail.
If they look like an asshole, it's Zamail.
Zamail is always the asshole family.
Oh, yep, here she is.
Oh, the Moogles gave up on her. They left her some supplies of ice cream, but they moved on.
Well, she looks more like she's standing in Resolve right now.
She's listening to some self-help tapes.
She has scarce moved since last we parted. Freysvelger's confession will soon shake her from her stupor. Jesus, can you just, like, for once, just have a little bit of condolences for somebody?
She got the worst break. I guess you can't even call that a breakup. This is the worst rejection of her life. Alright. 'Twas you, was it not? The furious screams of the dragon carried far. You have slain Nidhogg. What more could you have desired for this place? Will you not allow Freysvelger to mourn the death of his kin in peace?
Spare us your sanctimonious judgment, Ice Maiden. We have a gift for the Great Worm, and a mystery that can no longer be buried. Lady Iceheart, the Dragonsong War has all but consumed your life, and claimed many of your followers. 'Tis time you learn the truth of its beginning. The whole truth, that we may at last bring this bitter conflict to an end. Sound the horn, Zuyaya!
Zuyai's like, ah, and she just takes it out and just starts blowing into it. Zuyai is like, I kept the horn. She just has it.
In your body weight in Ben & Jerry's makes you reevaluate some things.
The weather went from nice to looking horrible.
Hi, it's me.
That's all he says.
Impenitent mortals, ever seeking to bury old wrongs under new.
Well, this warrior, like, gonna get the butt space.
I did sense the moment of Nidhogg's demise.
You mean the moment I prized your eye from his head?
Yaziel's like, fucking really?
Yeah.
Twould seem thou hast uncovered my secrets. I, unto the blinded Nidhogg, did I yield 1/2 of my strength.
Well, there it is, butt space. They had to politely cut the camera away so that we gave the Warrior of Light some space.
He is complete!
He can see out of both eyes. He's no longer has, like, really shit peripheral.
I like that Lark smiles like, oh no, the shrooms.
Lark's just like, oh good, symmetry at last. Did you figure out my missing eyeball puzzle? I'll do Nidhogg.
Okay. Nidhogg, what hath befallen thee?
We are undone by covetous mortals. They did take Ratatoskir's eyes and glut their appetites upon her essence.
She is slain then. What madness hath of made our peaceful accord?
Did I not warn thee, brood brother? They have ever been untrustworthy creatures, these short-lived Elysian.
Oh, fuck.
You ever see a surprised dragon? But thou wert enchanted by thy mortal maid. Thy folly hath cost Ratatoskr her life. And me, mine eyes! Look
Your stupid Disney moment fucking ended us. Oh, my beloved Shiva. How swiftly are thy kin made bestial by their appetites.
Hraesvalger, was thy blindness that did invite disaster into our lands. Surrender thee and I to me, and let that be thy penance.
Nidhogg.
They bested me once, but I was reckless. I shall need but a single eye to inflict enduring torments upon the traitors and every child of their line. Yield to me thy strength, brood brother. I have no eyes. I can't fucking see.
Fine, you can have my bad eye.
This one was my least favorite eye. My vengeance is begun! I'm gonna go do that now!
After I take a nap!
Maybe I'll take a nap!
Well, maybe I shouldn't have done that.
He's like, he always was angry before his nap. Well...
Thou have borne witness to a scene from my past.
Oh, apparently so did
yours.
Yzael.
Your strength that sustained Nidhogg all these years.
Would that Haldreth had dealt the worm a killing blow.
When my brood brother did appear before me, bloody and blinded, his life was all but spent. He demanded half my vigor, that he might exact his revenge upon the mortals who had wronged us.
And so you acquiesced. You surrendered your eye to Nidhogg, knowing full well the suffering he would inflict.
It's like, you're no longer mad at me, I'm mad at you!
Yzael's going through that part of the breakup.
Denial and then acceptance. The peace my beloved so dearly desired had been shattered by her own kin. Their treachery claimed my brood sister's life and my brood brother's reason. Thinkest thou thy fits of indignation will move me to remorse? Oh no! I'm going back to denial again! Go, mortals. Take your unruly passions and leave this place. Your presence here spelleth naught but misery. And also, that one likes me too much. Were it not for Shiva's soothing embrace, I would slay you where you stand. Woe betide you should the bond we share ever weaken.
He's like, by the laws of my wife, I'm not going to kill you. I'm not going to leave. All of this feels really, really shitty. We killed Nidhogg. This doesn't feel good at all.
Yeah, it feels like guilt.
It's like we had to do it, but it wasn't really the right thing to do.
Mm-hmm. And I get what Yazel was even saying. Like, she goes, "How dare you like continue this?" But it was like, be in Hraesvelgur's shoes.
It's his brother that's dying.
His brother's dying in front of him. His sister is murdered. All the views of what his love was wanting was shattered. It was like, you know, honestly, I would be helping my brood brother out too.
Yeah, well, it's like Nidhogg also guilt-tripped him. He said, you didn't see this coming because you thought they were all like Shiva, and they weren't. So...
I don't really fault Hraesvelgur at all.
I mean, Hraesvelgur's like, bitches, I don't take any of your guilt-tripping, I'm leaving. It's like, he's got a point.
Mm-hmm.
But also, he did give Nidhogg... He knew giving Nidhogg the eye would mean that Ishgard would suffer. And in a way, it was Hraesvelgur's way of getting back at Ishgard too. So... Hraesvelgur never raised a single hand against a single dragon claw against Ishgard, but Hraesvelgur was just as responsible for the burning of everything.
But can you blame them?
Nope. Certainly not.
I do not blame the dragons at all. In fact, it even seemed like in that vision, a lot of Haldreth and them also did not really... They felt kind of guilty, and they're like, you know what, we're gonna go.
I know, Haldreth hated what he did. Haldreth, and there's a big fan theory out there that Haldreth, when he left Ishgard to go roam around, maybe started Estinian's lineage, but we have no proof of that. It's just a theory, but Haldreth left, there's no king of Ishgard, so the four houses instead became the political government. And then, along the way, they founded the Orthodox Church and elected a pope and all that stuff. And I'm sorry, archbishop, not pope. You know, archbishop. But yeah, that's a summary of what had happened. I think Haldreth eventually had to come back and contend with Nidhogg again.
Oh yeah.
Because he thought he'd killed him, and then he didn't. So.
But the question is, what happened to Haldreth after this?
Yeah. Haldreth went away, became a bounty hunter for dragons for a while, and then he obviously had to come back at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Nidhogg came back to Ishgard to attack them. So Yazel, how's your crush going now? It's like when you crush on a celebrity and then your celebrity kind of does something shitty and you're like, ooh. And thus did betrayal beget unending vengeance. She's like, I'm deleting my OkCupid account.
Oh, I love this picture. Unrest in Ishgard. Estinian is frustrated by yet another mystery. Oh gosh.
Estinian's still sitting over here like, but wait, there's another puzzle.
Though he lifted not a single claw.
Oh, hey, that's what I just said.
'Twould seem that Hraesvelgur wreaked his own manner of vengeance against us.
Maybe subconsciously I was remembering this conversation.
'Twas my life's goal to slay Nidhogg. but I find there is little joy to be had in its accomplishment.
But you have rid the world of a hate-filled creature, and ended a bloody war in so doing.
I lost my family to Nidhogg's flames, and 'twas with fury in my heart that I took up the lance. Every blow I struck in the name of vengeance. We were not so different, he and I.
I will not judge you for your deeds. I have not the right. Too many innocents have perished in the name of my greater good.
Yet even with all that has passed, the tale is incomplete. We are short a great worm's eye. Of the pair which Haldreth took from Nidhogg, only one is known to us, the one I bear. What then became of the other? Why did Nidhogg, who had taken such pains to prolong the Dragonsong War, suddenly decide to hurl his entire army against the walls of Ishgard? Lord Commander. Aye. The deed is done. Nidhogg is slain. What? In the city? A battle with whom? At once, Lord Commander. Hold firm till our return. Fighting has broken out in the city. Lord Emmerich was sparse with the particulars, but it seems some commoners threw open the gates to a force of heretics.
I gave no order to attack.
Are we to mark the end of the Dragonsong War by spilling the blood of our own? Mayhap Hraesvelgr was right about us. Let us away, Warrior of Light. The people must be saved from themselves.
Wait! I would join you! There has been enough violence. I will appeal to my people in the city and make them see reason.
Come then, Lady Iceheart. Let us write the final chapter in this damnable war.
To the Batmobile!
It's just a run.
Oh.
Meanwhile, back at Evil Camp 2.
It's a big ass table.
It has to fit 12 people.
A small
At
army
Pope.
of heretics has invaded the city, Your
Sorry,
Eminence.
Archbishop.
But there is no cause for concern. A sizable contingent of our soldiers is already in place to repel the Dravanian assault, and the intruders will soon find themselves outnumbered and outmatched.
Our plans proceed apace, then?
Yes, Your Eminence. This unrest shall serve to feed the people's fear of the heretics and the dragons both.
And lend renewed fervor to their prayers for deliverance. Very good. Grant our guests what time they need to sow a measure of chaos, then order the Temple Knights to crush them.
Your will be done.
Uh-oh.
The moment is at hand.
Hey, it's him.
Excellent. All shall soon be in alignment. It is time for the Bringer of Light to die.
Damn you, Laha bread. Should have known you were part of this.
He's always here.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's a lot of fire. I love this moment with Hodgefont. He's just like, is that the leader of the heretic? It's Tinian, where's your horn?
And like, oh god,
so...
he's still hot.
Oh, Warrior Light's still hot as ever. Okay. Like, there's a conversation going on there, but there's no words being spoken. It's so great. Instead, just shrugging like, don't ask me about my horn, it's fine.
Comrades, sheathe your swords. There is no need for further bloodshed.
My lady!
She is come. Hear me, brothers and sisters! The war is ended! Nidhogg is no more! Aye, it is so! This adventurer and the Azure Dragoon laid the Great Worm low! The endless cycle of violence between man and dragon was born of our forefathers' treachery. You have followed me, bled with me, to bring this truth to light that we might all know peace. But Nidhogg is dead. Nidhogg is dead, my friends! He who bore such hatred towards Ishgard is dead! Let his hatred die with him, I say! Let us sheathe our swords and go in peace!
Have we lost?
No, my friend! Far from it! At long last, the peace for which we have so desperately fought is within our grasp. And I, for one, would not forsake it. Peace?
They're like, okay.
Seize the witch! Let none escape!
Providing aid and succor to the wounded should be our first concern. If the heretics mean to observe the peace, then it would be folly not to do the same.
It's like, she's too hot for jail.
Though if she wants to practice some bondage with me later, she can call me.
Oh boy. Well.
Oh. That was a grand speech. Oh, they put out the fires. How
and
nice.
all the fires are out and everything's back to normal.
Everybody's just back to the same shitty-ish card as before.
Estinian. Let's see how long this piece lasts. Okay, and you're back to that. Okay. Oh. Well, that was rather too close for comfort, but 'twould seem that the calm is returning to the streets. My mind, however, yet clamors with 1,000 sexy questions. You return to Ishgard in the oddest of company, my sexy friends.
It's really hot that you brought the leader of the heretics.
He who would not be denied. Lord Hortfont has more than a few questions to ask.
He's like, what the hell happened? You guys left and then a bunch of things happened all at once.
That, my friends, was rather too close for comfort. Praise Halone that things did not end in bloodshed. I confess, I was more than a little dismayed to see you in the company of the Lady Sexy Heart. Whatever is going on, you two?
You aren't cheating on me.
Beg pardon? You traveled to the Churning Mist together? Along with Astinian?
You're with Astinian now?
You truly don't like me anymore? Never was there more an unlikely alliance. No one so magnificently effective. Nidhogg dead. The heretics pacified. Me not getting laid yet. Ah, Father and Sir Amric must know of this.
Especially about me not getting laid.
Let us break the news to them together. I will bring Sir Amric to Fortamp's Manor. Yes, an excellent suggestion.
He's like, you want a double date?
Very well. Lark, Suyaya, and I shall await you there. Candles.
See, I was like, you're going to do this part alone. I'm leaving. Stinian just wants to talk to Amric alone because he's like, I defeated Nidhogg. It's time for victory, sex.
He's like, look at this armor. Look at it.
Amric's like, it's filthy. Keep it on.
He's like, don't even come near me.
Hey, Manolane's here.
Oh, is he?
He's just kind of hanging around.
Oh, he is.
Oh, I say, the tales they are telling in the streets. Lady Iceheart, infamous leader of the heretics. A ravishing beauty?
Of course.
They say her hair is as white as ice. I wonder what's the color of her... Ottawa, my boy. You're still here. Fancy that.
My lord. My lord. That leer's most unbecoming. My balls dropped.
He's like, it's about time, my little friend. You really had a does the carpets match the drapes conversation.
Ugh, he's so disgusting.
Oh, Manolane. You don't deserve her. Yazael's like really, really fast, like delete all of her dating profiles. Manolane's in her DM, she's like, ugh, gross.
The gang's all here.
How did you guys make it here before us? I guess because we talked with a Manolane, they're like,
Halone,
really
you are safe.
We were also in the Hotchafont chamber too.
They were in the sex dungeon below.
My safety was never in doubt, Father. For I had the Azure Dragoon and the Warrior of Light by my side. We bring the most wonderful tidings.
I got laid. It was like this.
The infamous Lady Iceheart? Here in Ishgard? This is most unexpected.
She has done much to quell the violence. The Inquisition may not approve, but we are glad of her presence.
And with the Great Worm's demise, even our nation's more reactionary elements will have scant grounds to press for her immediate impeachment.
My thoughts exactly.
What of the truth revealed to us by Hraesvelga? That the origins of the Dragonsong War, a core tenet of Ishgardian faith, are quite unlike those depicted in the scriptures.
That men and dragons once lived together in harmony, and that it was man's treachery which shattered the peace. and plunged our peoples into war.
The same scripture also describes the origins of the High Houses. Were it exposed as false, the legitimacy of our rule would be called into question. If both Highborn and Lowborn can trace their ancestry to Thordan and his knights, 12.
But a single sip of dragon's blood is required to confirm their lineage.
If the Holy See knew of this and chose to remain silent, their crimes are grievous indeed. Regardless, this state of affairs cannot be allowed to continue.
Sir Emmerich, you cannot mean to raise this matter with the Archbishop.
Pray consider what you are proposing. If the Holy See chose to conceal the truth for centuries, what reason would they have to reveal it now?
Because we asked really, really nicely.
Captain Irons.
Then at least the Archbishop will have shown his true colors. My friends, this war will never truly be at an end until the truth is made known. You must see what lies on the horizon if it is not. When ruled by fear of a common enemy, we were united. But now we have none. During the war, the Highborn needed men to lead, and the Lowborn men to follow. Not anymore. 'Tis but a matter of time before the old order is called into question. Lady Iceheart will share the truth with her followers, and the Holy See will be powerless to stop its spread. The disenfranchised will rise up united, and blood will flow in the streets once more. A divided Ishgard will not survive.
I'm gonna go talk to Dad.
Tread carefully, Lord Commander.
Bye.
My lady, is it wise to let him go? I sympathize with the Lord Commander's desire for reform, but to approach the Archbishop in this manner bespeaks an idealism to which I did not think Sir Emmerich prone.
Though he comports himself as a realist, he has long dreamt of reform. 'Twas that idealism which first drew me to him. That which made me swear an oath to serve. We must not think of ways to hinder his cause, but rather ways to aid it. Even should the Holy See cry heresy.
You cannot mean...
If the Lord Commander does not return from the vault at the appointed hour, I mean to go and fetch him.
Have care, my lady. Your words border on treason. Should they reach the wrong ears, you will be declared an enemy of Ishgard.
That is a risk I am willing to take. Lest you forget, my lord, I am not born of this land. My loyalty is to the Lord Commander alone. But I speak only of what may come to pass. If the rumors regarding his heritage are to be believed, we have naught to fear.
Lies and slander.
Forgive me, what rumors are these?
That Sir Emmerich is the Archbishop's bastard son.
That's one way to say it.
He's a fucking bastard.
They love using that in RPG words.
Senior clergy are not permitted to marry and sire children. But even the holiest among us are not immune to temptation.
Alfino's like, but the Archbishop is ugly.
He looks like Ramu.
Like, Emerich's a Disney prince.
I labor to believe it. Sir Emmerich is truly the Archbishop's son.
He has never been publicly acknowledged as such. But the rumors have plagued him since childhood. That he rose to his current position, despite being despised as a bastard and accused of profiting from his father's influence, bespeaks the quality of his character. It is my hope that on this occasion, the burden of his birth will work in his favor. Should our worst fears be realized, the Archbishop will not be so quick to execute his own flesh and blood, affording us time to mount a rescue.
Bastard or trueborn, he is our nation's best hope. If the Holy See dares to threaten him, I shall lead the charge against the Vault myself.
Hear, hear! The future of Ishgard rests on Sir Emeric's shoulders. I too will do mine utmost to aid his cause.
Orshafon, be reasonable.
A knight lives to serve, Father. To aid those in need. The people need Sir Emeric more than ever, and we may be his only hope. There is no greater calling for a knight than to save the life of his fellow man. I swear to you, on the sigil of our house, that I shall do this and make you proud.
Even you? Romantic, reckless fools, the lot of you. So be it. Make your preparations.
I thank you all for your support.
Oh boy.
Lots of drama.
Let's see. Well, we're on the roast. Let's just start with Asinian. Of all the people, he should know better. You should know better too, Asinian. You could have stopped him.
He's just like, nope, I can't tell. He can't tell Aymeric what to do any more than Aymeric can tell him what to do. They both know it.
Alfino?
Far be it from me to criticize a man for his blind idealism. I've only just now gone through my character arc. But he might be at least, but he might at least have pretended to consider another course. What you don't realize is that he's playing like two pragmatic strategies underneath another one.
Yeah.
That's what you didn't do, Alfino, because you don't have the maturity.
He's learning. He's learning.
Americ's you, but 2 decades older.
He's slowly learning. Count Edmont.
If we must risk the fortune of our house to bring this truth to light, then so be it. But are you truly prepared to do this? To face the Heavensward in battle if you must?
Sure.
I like that Edmont's just like, you know, this plan of yours is fucking crazy. I'm going to help.
What you want? Have no fear, father. My arm, specifically my right arm, will not falter. My shield will not break. I promise you, we shall prevail sexily. Okay.
He's like, okay, whatever you say, Horchfont.
And last but not least, the woman. The most beautiful woman in Ishgard.
The one I wish was very single. I guess she is. Though your assistance is most welcome, I fear it will not be enough. Even though we have 2 Warriors of Light, an Azure Dragoon, a very passionate knight, and Alfino. It will not be enough. Few as we are, we will struggle to reach the Lord Commander. If we are to succeed, we must needs recruit others to our cause. And she just leaves us there, like, I'm not going to tell you who.
Oh, and that is where I think we will stop for the night.
Yeah.
But holy moly, so we've pretty much got the whole, almost, I think maybe like 90% of the story of what the Dragon Song War actually was, and I gotta say, not happy about any of it.
I absolutely love the plot twist with Hraesvelgr, though, because you always got the hint that he wasn't very pro, you know, mortals or whatever, but he was always like a neutral party, but he had his own biases.
Mm-hmm.
Rightfully so, but it's just, you know, he still had a hand in all of it. Oh, and then the juicy, juicy drama of Aymeric. Aymeric being the bastard son of the Archbishop. It's just like, it's just one giant Sunday drama. It's like delicious.
It's so good.
It's so packed full. Like, it would start feeling really cliche after a while, but you just are like, that's just Ishgard. Ishgard runs on this. It's like the juice.
The hot pipping Burrell tea.
Yeah. Haurchefant being eager.
That's just one of the things why I like Haurchefant a lot.
Haurchefant's just here. He's like out of the loop of most things. He's just like, what's up? What's up? You killed Nidhogg? Okay, oh shit. Alright, let's go. He's just here. The thing is though, we're now entering, you know, like, we killed Nidhogg. But it's not over yet, because obviously, based off of Thornton's conversation with his knights, they want to keep the people at war on purpose to fuel their own needs. Because like Aymeric said, the Highborn need the Lowborn to use. And if the Lowborn don't sense that there is a high and mighty cause that is worth all of their sacrifice, they ain't gonna listen to the Highborn anymore.
And it would cause a huge riot too.
Yeah, because
they have the blood of
politics.
Ratatoskr as well, and most likely.
Yeah. That Alfino pointed out, all it would take is just a sip of blood to, like, prove that their entire lineage. It's because you might be thinking, well, then they turn into ravenous dragons that lost their mind. You can't, like, claim land after that. But if a father took a sip, that meant their son could prove that they are of a noble line.
And all that turmoil that they have gone through down in Foundation and in the Broom, struggling while all the Highborns have had this false, like, Highbornerism, when it's really just been blood splattered all over the place. It's not gonna look good.
Treachery. Yup.
Ishgard. Uldah's like, damn, bruh.
I know, Uldah's got its problem, but like Zuyai is sitting over here like, no, I think Uldah's okay. It's pretty alright.
Okay.
Yeah. Compared to this is oof. Yeah, there's a lot of layers to Ishgard's politics. There's more than just the dragons. The dragons are mostly actually an excuse. So
And
now
God, just thinking about
going
it
to
too.
tear that down.
Just thinking about it too, all the great worms, like, you know, Midgardsmer, you know, technically perished, you know, in Mordona. Bahamut gets murdered and then turned into a primal. Ratatoskr gets murdered by Ishgard. Nidhogg gets consumed by rage, and then Hraesvelgr is just depressed.
He needs a lot of therapy.
Like, oh my god, the I just feel bad for the great worms. Like, when I see them, I'm just like, I just want to give them all a hug.
Yeah, the dragons have suffered very terribly. Also, considering with Bahamut's whole dealio, the Alligans also imprisoned all of his children and stuff, and stuffed them into the moon to make them endlessly pray for Bahamut's salvation.
Jeez.
For more than hundreds of years, thousands upon thousands of years, they made them do that. That's a fate worse than death. I mean, as bad as Ishgard's whole thing with Ratatoskr, I think the Alligans are horrible war criminals.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we even saw it with Crystal Tower, just the way Zonde was acting, too, with the Covenants, like...
Yeah.
It is...
The Alligans... Ugh. It's no wonder Nero's so interested in the Alligans, because they're like the worst fucking evil empire I can imagine. Even Garlemald. Garlemald may have done some horrible shit, but They're on par with the Alligans sometimes. The Alligans are like, you think you're Dragonstone Ultima? You know, I guess even Ultima, the Ultima weapon was, it was an Allagan design to begin with. Because Nero was their Allagan expert that designed the whole, or took the design and made it come to life.
Of course, by looking at what we've kind of seen, at least with Realm Reborn, with La Habrea and knowing about the heart, probably the only way the Alligans got to where they were was because of Ascian machinations.
Oh yeah, and also remember the whole Bahamut thing was again La Habrea talking to the Alligans, telling them, hey, you know what you can do with this big beefy dragon? So the Alligans were still following what the Ascians wanted in the first place, just as Ishgard did the same thing to Ratatoskr. There were Ascians talking into the minds of the first Thoradin and his knights, saying, did you know what happens if you eat a dragon's eyeballs? And then all they have to do is just whisper these little words into civilization's ears, and they go do it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's not like the Ascians ever forced them to do it. They just plant, the idea, and then mortals prove to be shitty and actually do it.
Yo.
But we do have to remember that all of these little things that have happened in history have happened because the Ascians have wanted it to happen.
For their rejoining.
Yeah, and so now La Habrea is doing something else with this current day Thoradin. He tricked the first Thoradin, now he's gonna trick this Thoradin.
God. La Habrea, are you okay?
La Habrea is obviously not. He actually made the mwahaha laugh in A Realm Reborn. Like any villain who does a true mwahaha laugh, they're not okay.
They're not okay. Oh boy. But we'll have to see what continues on our next stream. So, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up because it really does help out the video. And if you want to support the series, please hit that subscribe button and also hit the bell so that way you'll be notified next time we are live. So, next time, most likely gonna go be rescuing Sir Aymer from the vault. Can't wait to see how that goes.
I bet everybody's having tea.
At the Starbucks.
Yeah, the newly opened Starbucks.
Well, hope to see you then.